Happy Saturday, everyone. Rhythm games hold a special place in my heart. They are somewhere at the top of my list of genres that I like to play when I get to hang out. I get to play them how I want, and no one is judging me for playing them on medium and just wanting to listen to Danny B and Alex Mukala absolutely kill it with their mastery of their respective genres. This week is my Rift of the Necrodancer review. Rift of the Necrodancer is a rhythm game from Brace Yourself Games, TikTok Games, and is being published by Clay Publishing. I want to extend a thank you to the developer and publisher for the key. I do really appreciate it. I'm a big fan of video game music, and since I played the demo of Rift of the Necrodancer, I was hooked on it. I'm not a man who thinks a story mode is needed in a rhythm game, but I appreciate that it's there. Brace Yourself and TikTok Games felt the need to include it. The story beats are that Candace and a bunch of friendly NPCs got caught in a rift that transported them to the modern world, along with their very beautiful faces and sharp-looking clothing. Explore the world and find out how to get back home by battling rifts, helping friends and foes, and doing some fun little mini-games. The story mode, though not something I was engaged with, is still fun to collect diamonds and learn the ins and outs of how Rift of the Necrodancer executes itself as a rhythm game. There are a slew of different modes to play outside the main story, daily challenges, free to play to make use of the diamonds to unlock songs to play when you want, custom, where Steam Workshop comes into play, and extras, where you can play all the mini-games, boss battles, and such. I don't think I really care about the story, I'm just here for the music and the gameplay, honestly. Vertical lines spew out from the top of the screen, and using the arrow keys, the player plays an execution-based game where the enemies on screen usually match the song playing. There are loads of different types of enemies to be aware of to keep you on your toes, even on medium difficulty is where I started out. There are 37 total enemy types to keep track of, ranging from different colored slimes and skeletons to armadillos, blade masters, and harps. Some enemies require the player to hit 2 times on the beat, other just 1. Harpies who skip a beat when they move, armadillos who have to be attacked on certain beats, and bats and zombies who can move from one side of the staff to the other. Rift of the Necrodancer has loads of options for the beginner and the more intermediate players, and I like the little information right above the song telling me that the BPMs, so I know how fast the song is going to be, and when I play a level that almost everything is a metronome so that I'm always keeping the beat. Rift of the Necrodancer is, for sure, a difficult game. Even on medium, I was failing sections, but live and learn, and I relearned the types and made sure to at least rank A them before moving on. There were multiple times when I saw double and I couldn't get back on track, and I became relatively frustrated, but it was only a little bit of the time. The minigame sections were a welcome breath of fresh air as they lighten the load of the core game. Flipping burgers, learning how to meditate, and doing yoga are short and fun, and they really never overstay their welcome. Boss battles, on the other hand, just feel a little bit out of place. At the end of each chapter, Cadence has to fight a baddie in a minigame-like fashion. I was expecting something grander from people who are actively trying to destroy the modern world, but it boils down to pressing the arrow keys at the right time, then attacking back using said keys. Do that for like 2 to 4 minutes and move on. Very forgettable. I am truly basic when it comes to rhythm games. Not so much like the people who negatively reviewed the game on Steam. I want a difficult game with really good music, and I think Rift of the Necrodancer delivers 100% of the time. Danny B, Alex Mukala, Josie Breckner, Jules Conroy, Sam Webster, and Nick Nosbaum have compiled such a wonderful soundtrack that nails the theme of the game. Every single track incorporates a theme of like that spooky Halloweenness, regardless of whether it's EDM, synthwave, metal, or even funk. There are even tracks from Crypt of the Necrodancer, Celeste, and others being added through DLC. Lastly, I do think that Rift of the Necrodancer is a very clean looking video game. I personally like the hop and the modernity for the characters, as they are way more attractive to look at as I flew through the story's cutscenes. The main stage is just as gorgeous. The rift spews out little objects as you fight to close it. The enemy types have a clean, flat color, and the changes to the character portraits as you excel or fail during a song keeps me motivated to succeed. Rift of the Necrodancer is an overwhelmingly positively reviewed game on Steam, and it shows. You know, for what it's worth, I didn't care for the story so much, but I stayed for the absolute banger soundtrack. The core rhythm game loop keeps me invested, and the selection of tracks and difficulty keeps me coming back for more. Brace Yourself Games took a chance on a new style of game, departing from the roguelike aspect, and it came out on the other side with another hit game. It is a must-buy for those who enjoy rhythm games. I know that some people had come into the demo that I had played, and they were just like, well, it just seems like it's an easy cash grab. Well, that's not necessarily true. There is so much love put into this game, and it really does show, and I do think that both from Steam and its overwhelmingly positive review and this positive review, it is a must-play video game.